Another episode of Farmer George coming your way. Today, if you remember, I took some tomato seeds off of some bruschetta and saw if I could germinate them. We in fact got them to germinate, and I wanted to update you on their progress. So if you remember, I have 3 outside and I have 2 inside. Let's go take a look. Looking green, looking straight, looking healthy. So if you remember, these were struggling in the beginning. When I took the plastic bags off, they were leggy, they were yellow, and they weren't standing up right on their own, which, you know, that's kind of what leggy means. So when I thinned them out, which means taking the stronger plants and saving those and then just giving them their own cup, I dug the stem deep into the soil so that they would stand upright. And after doing so, they are no longer falling over on themselves and they're standing upright and they're green. It also helps keeping the grow lights directly over top. And I have it elevated just for the video purposes, but I usually put them probably 2 inches above the plants themselves, so the plants don't need to stretch out and search for light. They're getting everything that they need. I started these plants from seed 16 days ago, and I transplanted them into their own cups 12 days ago. And these are the 2 inside, and I have 3 outside. Let's go take a look at those. Okay, you can't really see it right now, but hidden behind the gigantic Trinidad root scorpion plant is my first tomato plant I have outside, and that's looking really good. It's actually looking bigger than the ones inside. It's green, it's straight, it's looking great. Here's the second one, same story, a little bit smaller, but still looking great. Nice green leaves, nice and straight. Bruce is talking to neighbors. And I got this loader out here, and same story, all looking really good. Okay, so it's been 16 days since they've been planted and 12 days since they've been transplanted. Okay, it's August 27th, and it's about 3 weeks since we've planted these tomato plants, and 16 days since we transplanted them into these plastic cups. That's the first one. Let's take a look at the second one here. Nice and tall and straight. And then this third one is actually growing pretty fast, so I had to stake it with 2 little posts so it wouldn't fall over in the wind. Alright, let's go take a look at our indoor plants. And these are the indoor plants. I've been keeping the lights on for the daytime and turning them off at night. And this is what they look like. Let's bring them upstairs and compare them to the outside plants. So here are the different plants. The front row, the front 3, are the outside plants. So they're the ones that have been growing solely on the outside. And then these 2 are the indoor plants. Not much in terms of the differences between the 2 types of plants. I would say that the outdoor plants have a little wider leaves. The leaves are a little lighter than the indoor plants, and the one with the stakes in it is clearly the tallest. However, the indoor plants are a little bushier and they're spreading out wider, whereas these outdoor plants are growing taller. And that's why I had to put this plant with the stakes already, because it's growing too fast, and I don't want it to topple over on itself. So I think at this point I'm going to stop the experiment. And this one has roots, pretty good roots coming from the bottom, so I'm going to transfer that to hydroponics, only nutrients and under grow lights. And then I'm gonna start feeding these. I think this one's got some roots. Yeah, there's a little root there. There it is, a little white root in the middle of the soil. You can see one coming out on that side too. So I'll start feeding these guys hydroponic nutrients, growing still in these cups, but I want to boost their production and speed up their growth so we can try to beat the clock before the end of the season. So as you can see, the main differences between the two types, the indoor and the outdoor, were the big leaves on the outdoor plants. They're a little lighter colored in green. The inside ones were a little bushier, like flatter. They spanned out and they were dark green leaves. That's what I prefer in my tomatoes and my peppers, because if they grow too tall, once they start producing fruit, they'll get really weak, and if a gust of wind comes, they can blow over. So a couple things to look forward to in the next few videos. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the indoor tomato plants, and I'm going to transplant them from soil in those soil cups to larger plastic containers with just the roots dangling and some hydroponic nutrients. And then once they get a little bit bigger, I'm going to show you how to top, or I've never done this method before, or FIM the plants, FIM. And we'll do a little experiment to see which one works better, topping versus the FIM method. And of course, we're going to monitor our three tomato plants outside and see if we can get some tomatoes before the winter frost comes. One last thing, if you haven't already noticed, I'm wearing my Virginia Tech hat because college football is upon us. Later this week, Virginia Tech's going to be taking on the Florida State Seminoles down in Florida. So we're rooting for you from Italy. Go Hokies. And don't forget, let's share and grow together.